That's a very big project for us and for the FEBT archives, and they're trying to find a place that may work to, for people to come in and access things and research things. And, that building right there, it needs stabilized a little bit, but you could definitely figure there's a lot of square footage in that building, so it's an option with that. We're not sure yet, nobody's made the decision at all, but it's just an idea, and that brings everything kind of in the hub here where you can, spend a couple hours researching or doing whatever. But that's an exciting project. I would love to take you guys into the vaults, but unfortunately, that's not really realistic with this size of a group. But I mean, there's just an amazing amount of stuff that's in those vaults, and it's really cool to be able to now work on a plan in conjunction with the Friends to be able to, get that out to people over time, because it does not do anybody any good sitting in there in the vault. So, all right, well, let's head across the path here. We'll head over towards the roundhouse. You can see that if you look at the coupler adapters, if you haven't seen them already.
Did it?
Yeah. Hopper?
Yeah, the covered hopper.
The covered hoppers are almost like non-existent. I don't know why they were. That is one of the few. Like I was recently put in touch with somebody that had a Pennsylvania Railroad collection of cars that I can't disclose where it's at, but like they didn't have one of them either. They had like a whole bunch of, there's probably at least a dozen or 15 cars in that collection that are all in very good shape with no covered hopper. I don't know why the covered hopper just disappeared. I know like these box cars, this is actually an express car. It had different trucks, but you can see it actually has the marker hangers. They would run these on passenger trains. Most of the X-29 box cars that are still in existence were express cars that would have never been on the East Broad Top, but the reason they lasted so long was they were taken better care of in passenger service, and then Conrail ended up using them in maintenance away service, so a lot of these were used for sheds, and you can see how they had electric plugged into them and things. But so we do plan on painting it in a freight scheme, even though that's not what it was. Because they never would have run an express car here. But this is as close as you can get to it. I think this one was built in 34, if I remember correctly, which is in really good shape. The roof on it, until we moved it, had no holes in it. Once we lifted it and craned it, some pinholes came in the corners, but it's in amazingly good shape. A lot of them is that, like the one that's coming from Lewistown isn't quite as good as this. So like the bottom sheets are somewhat rotted out a little bit on it, but it won't take much to put it back together. I'm very curious to see how it rides on the track. I don't imagine they were going very fast with them back in the day, especially loaded. So. Well, watch your step. I saw part of them the other night. Yeah. They were wild. Yeah. They were.